Okay, now we've got Keith. Are you going to do two?
Yes, greedy.
Yeah, just one. You just roll one straight after the other, then, will you, please? Welcome.
Kia ora, and thank you for the opportunity. You've probably all had a chance to look at the briefing paper that we have prepared, but I feel that one picture is 1,000 words, so we're going for time saving. That is the state of Akaroa's courts area and play area, but that's a 2019 photograph, and nothing has happened since. So we're here today to try to say, please bring money that's been allocated forward so we can get this badge of shame eradicated and have a new and vibrant area for our community to play on. We have been through long legal hoops, etc. We are now an incorporated society and are ready to lease the property. So those are my words to you today. We probably sound like, going by all the other Akaroa people, a nagging spouse. You haven't done this, you haven't done that. And the general feeling in Akaroa is we are neglected. So I've got a little treat for you. I've got, and someone said to me, oh, I don't know about you going in there, Keith. You'll look like a rich retiree from Akaroa with nothing to do. But I can assure you, I come from a galaxy far, far away. And here's the poem. Who cries out for the land? Who cries out for the sea? Who hears the voice of one from a far-off galaxy? Who cries out for the land? Who cries out for the sea when only numbers count in a democracy? Now I get insulting. At the centre rises a great Colosseum with approach roads of gold, millions to spend for all to behold. Senators argue, but what of we? Some humble courts, a hard surface or two. Who cries out for the people at the extremity? Thank you. That's the BPSR submission. And are there questions then, or do you want to wait?
We'll do what you carry on. You're on a roll. You get right into it.
Yeah, I haven't got any more poetry though. Now, the Akaroa District Promotions, who are sort of semi-business, semi-community organisation, have submitted in support. And their main arguments are it will be good for the physical and mental health of the community. Smaller interest groups will be able to use that part of the pavilion in your top left there. Our youth will be able to use it because we've got basketball hoops and so on. That will be good for our, now I don't know what the word is now, itinerant people who work in our restaurants and so on. They'll develop their own social groups and tend to stay longer in the village, which will be most helpful. As far as tourism goes, Akaroa is always referred to as the jewel in the crown, but I'm afraid that this little part of it is rather dusty and will need a good shake-up, especially for Coronation Week ahead. It's a very wide attraction. day trippers from Christchurch will use these facilities, tourists and so on alike, and having them in crisp order will just add to the variety of things that are available not only for the local community but for tourists as well. So my urge is that you bring things forward. Thank you for being able to speak today.
Thank you. Yes, Aaron, please.
Couple of questions. The first one is, what is the resurface budget of this, and what year is it in the long-term plan?
It's
170,000, 10,000 next year, and 160,000 in 2025. But we've been trying to get this done for 5 years.
Right. So they do the first few square metres next year and then carry on.
Well, we haven't got to that. It's probably in the notes there, but we've had tulip prices done to do the job, and each time it goes up. And what we're trying to do is get a decent lease on it. The lease we're offered was for one court, which is really of no use for us to go to the trouble to do it, because we can't manage all the different people that want to use it on one court.
Right. So, yeah, okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see whether your local councillor moves a change of date on that one as we go.
I've asked the question, and I understand the money will be made available as soon as the community's ready to go, and the community's ready to go. So I hope my fellow councillors would support me on that.
Yeah.
I must say we've already canvassed other organisations to get extra funds now that we're incorporated, but we need to have the tennis courts handed to the community in a reasonable... I've lived there 42 years and nothing's been spent on it.
On that one. Right. Okay. That's pretty clear.
Tim's got a question. I'll just ask a quick one. This is one court. How many courts are there total?
There used to be 5, but at the moment there's three courts that we're looking at trying to resurrect.
So the other 2 are...
They're being used as a car park for the Grand, which you can see
right
at the bottom.
Oh, yep.
Well, there are another 2 courts used exclusively by the croquet club as well. So there's a total of 5 that we're talking about.
Yes, I'm going to bring...
They're greens. Right?
Going to bring Carol about that. Yeah, okay. So, sorry, Tim, fire away.
So the council owns all of it at the moment, is that correct?
Yes.
So what was do you know the logic behind just leasing one court?
No,
No,
not at all.
understand.
It's, okay. So you were saying there's more than just tennis courts, isn't there? So I don't know that. I've been there, but
they're used by more than just tennis players.
Okay,
put it
yep.
that way. The netball use it. They've got their facilities. So they've got a locker room in that hut. There's a basketball hoop that the youths use, and then people use them. There's a hitting wall for practicing tennis on.
so at the moment, you've now got an incorporated society,
Yes.
and is a negotiation for the whole area rather than the one court. Is that correct, or is that?
That's what we're hoping to achieve. We haven't had a lease to that extent yet. We had one lease that was presented to us, would it be 2 years ago now?
For one court.
For one court.
I'm sure your councillor would be onto it, yeah.
And as luck would have it, the councillor for the area would like to say something.
Well, actually, I mean, yeah, good to see you both. And I think that we will be able to get some go forward on that. But my question was actually going to be, I understand there is willingness among the groups involved to fundraise where appropriate as well, right? So you're not just sitting here going, please give us all the money we need. Like there's actually like a willingness to sort of to meet halfway. You just need to be given that ability to get some momentum, right?
Yeah.
And we want the surety before we go to the community raising funds.
Yep, no, completely understand. Thank
So
you.
it's to go forward, yeah.
So, but like there is that community push there to be able to say, we can do this. Please help us, council.
Well, we had over 400 submissions to what do you call them, signatures to our sort of community petition, you know, asking them what they thought. And there's been huge support, but over the last few years, you know, people have got demoralised and given up, and we've sort of been from one person to another. So we're sort of here today to please.
Okay.
No.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Aaron, another one.
Just quickly, just so I understand, that 170, is that us giving it to you and then you deliver the project, or but you have a lease over the all 5 and that does all 5 courts?
I think we would prefer that. What we would like is to have community involvement in these facilities in Akaroa, so that we can manage it and fundraise and utilise it, rather than it being sort of having to ring somebody in the council and they go, where are the tennis courts? And we want to book it for next Friday. You know, we want to form a sort of a community hub that runs these things.
Yes.
The essential point, though, too, is we're wanting at least one of the courts to be multi-purpose. Netball, croquet, tennis, whatever. So don't please take away the impression that we're just here for a tennis court club. Equally important are the
Other
goal shoots and the other things.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in. Very, very enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.